Welcome back for another video. Today, we're going to be talking about some players that are ready to break out in 2023, like become superstars in the NFL in 2023. And to start this list off, we're going to start with Justin Fields. Now, you look at his growth from year one to year two, and it was pretty incremental. It's not huge growth as a passer, but if you look at the numbers, like what he's able to do as a playmaker, like his overall playmaking ability, if you look at the numbers, he ended up with 10 more touchdowns as a passer in 2022 than he had in 2021. And his quarterback rating went up 12, which he was able to do playing in 3 more games in 2022 than he did in 2021. Now, in 2022, he ended up with 1,143 rushing yards and 8 touchdowns on the ground, which is huge, right? Like that kind of added value. The only other player doing that is Lamar Jackson, at that level. Now, obviously, Josh Allen is bringing up, 700, 800 yards as a rusher, but the only other quarterback you see consistently getting over 1,000 yards is Lamar Jackson. And to bring that kind of value as a runner is great, and to have that in his back pocket is great. But what we need to see from him is that growth as a passer. Now, you want to see the passing yards go up more. You want to see the passing percentage go up more. It went from 58 to 60 from his rookie year to his second year. You want to see that going up more. And here in his third year, you hope to see that closer to 64, 65%. You hope to see his yards as a passer go closer to 3,000 or over 3,000. If he's still getting over 1,000 rushing yards, I don't know how much more over 3,000 it'll really go. Hopefully, with the additions of DJ Moore coming in and having more time with Chase Claypool and the additions of everybody that's going to be there, you hope that that's better. So, and I think that coming into it with the additions of those guys coming around him, I think it will be better for him. So, for me, I think Justin Fields is going to come in and have a breakout type year in 2023. The next guy I have is going to be a wide receiver. It's going to be Garrett Wilson, who in his rookie year had 83 catches for 1,100 yards. Kind of already broke onto the scene. But with Aaron Rodgers coming in, I think the impact of Garrett Wilson in the stardom that he's going to have is only going to go up. The Jets are competing for a Super Bowl. And I think we're going to be talking about Garrett Wilson in the same light as, what Aaron Rodgers had with Devontae Adams. And of course, there will be a lot of those comparisons because Wilson is wearing the number 17 and has Aaron Rodgers throwing him the ball and all that. Al Lazard is going to be there, right? So there's a lot of familiar faces around Aaron Rodgers, but I think the newest one is going to be the one that has the biggest impact and is going to be the star on this team. So Garrett Wilson for me is going to be another breakout star, guy that's easily probably going to be a top 10 guy in 2023. And maybe even, by the time 2023 is over, we might be talking about Garrett Wilson being a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL. Another wide receiver that's going to have a massive impact in 2023 is going to be Chris Olave. As a rookie, he came into a murky situation in New Orleans as they started to transition away from the Sean Payton era there in New Orleans. But in his rookie year with 3 different quarterbacks, he was able to reach 1,000 yards, had just over 1,000 yards, but he only played 15 games. And in 2 of those 15 games, he didn't even play half the snaps. So hopefully he's able to stay on the field more and avoid injury. As long as he's on the field, though, his depth of target as a rookie was 14.2. So whatever offense they're running, as long as it, stays aggressive the way it is, and at least having him be in a role where it's pushing the ball down the field. Now that he has Derek Carr, the upgrade at quarterback, and assuming Derek Carr is able to play 17 games, it's only going to help Chris Olave. There are receivers that they don't have anymore. Jarvis Landry isn't going to be around anymore. Smith isn't going to be around anymore. So you have some openings and opportunity. Michael Thomas is going to be there. He's coming back, hoping to be able to have him as a weapon for Derek Carr. But by all accounts, Chris Olave should be a massive part of this offense and should see a lot of downfield work and could break out as a star. He has so much talent coming out of college. We had talked about on this channel about how he could have been offensive rookie of the year. If it was a better situation for him, easily had the talent to be a guy who could have been offensive rookie of the year. So I expect him to come out in 2023 and break out as a star for the Saints and for the NFL in 2023. Next, we're going to talk about a couple running backs. First one is going to be Rachaad White. Look, Tampa has no more Tom Brady, Leonard Fournette. There's no Bruce Arians, no Byron Leftwich. Like the roster is changing, the coaches are changing, which means the offense is going to change. You know, you still have Mike Evans and Chris Godwin there, which is good. You know, it'll take some attention away from the fact that you want to be able to use Rachaad White. You know, you have Baker Mayfield coming in, who isn't the worst starting quarterback in the NFL. And I expect Rachaad White to be a massive part of what they plan to do with the offense going forward. You know, he's coming into his second season with the situation that he was in his rookie year. There wasn't a whole lot of opportunity to try to be a star, but in the limited time that we were able to see him, we were able to see some of the superstar ability that he has. You know, the offense there for the Bucs was one of the worst in 2022. You know, it was a murky situation, not a great situation to come into all around. But now he has a chance to be a 3-down back. And assuming that's going to be the case, I think he has a massive chance to be one of the backs that's going to be a breakout star in 2023. And it might not be, you know, superstardom in 2023 because of the team that's around him. You know, the Bucs are in a complete rebuild, but I think he has a lot of talent, and I think he showed a lot of flashes of superstar ability. So I think he'll take a step forward to superstardom in 2023 and really break out as somebody that at least, you know, those of us that play fantasy football, we're going to know this name. And then maybe in 2024, if the Bucs build this thing right, maybe everybody will figure out who this guy is because he is so good. Now, the last guy is a guy that kind of had his breakout moment in the playoffs, specifically in the Super Bowl as a rookie. You know, in his rookie year, Isaiah Pacheco was able to have 830 yards on 170 carries, despite having inconsistent play time and kind of sharing a backfield, even when he started to get more play time, kind of sharing a backfield with Jerick McKinnon because Jerick McKinnon was so good as a receiver. And again, where he really showed off what he was going to be able to do as a feature back was in the playoffs. You know, he really started to take over the backfield toward the tail end of the year. And in the playoffs, he started to show why he was taking that spot. You know, he had almost 200 yards in the playoffs. You think about the Super Bowl alone. In the fourth quarter, he had some massive runs. You know, not only were they big moments, but they were big time runs, you know, breaking tackles, getting away from guys. And the way he runs, you know, the way he powers into the ground, he just looks different. And I think being the feature back in the Andy Reid offense, and he's playing for the Chiefs, who are in the AFC Championship every single year, have a chance to get to a Super Bowl. I think he is going to break out as an absolute superstar in 2023. I would love to know who you guys think is going to break out in 2023. Who am I missing? You know, go ahead, include some rookies in that discussion. Let's talk about some rookies down in the comments. You know, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to keep coming back for more off-season content. And we'll see you for the next video.